The last time I stayed in this location, I made the mistake of referring to this as a town. And somebody who watched the video on YouTube pointed out, quite correctly, that this is indeed a city, and a very beautiful little city it is. I am back in Kilkenny in the Republic of Ireland. Hi, it's Craig and welcome back to Craig's Life and welcome back to the beautiful medieval city of Kilkenny here in the Republic of Ireland. This particular hotel is bang smack in the city centre of Kilkenny, and you're kind of spoilt for choice for hotels. There's a lot around here. Kilkenny is about roughly an hour and 3/4 away from Dublin Airport, depending on the traffic. This hotel that I am in is called the Ormonde Hotel and has cost £409 for the 3 nights I'm here, and tonight is actually the last night. Today is the 10th of September 2025. Now, the last time I was in the city of Kilkenny, I was in the Hibernian Hotel, which is literally just next door. So there's quite a lot of hotels and quite close together. Anyway, let's have a little look at this particular room and see what we think. And this is the view we see as soon as we walk into the hotel room. Immediately to the left is the bathroom. Immediately to the right, we have some hanging space. So there's my shirt. We have an iron there, hanging space with an ironing board. We have a full length mirror here. We've got a glass shelf there. I'm not sure where you're going to put on that. I've got a safe there, and we've got a couple of drawers here. And as we can see, we'll just go into the room. Very common with some of the hotels I've seen here in Ireland. We have a double bed and a single bed. Very comfortable, by the way. I've slept 2 really good nights in here. Very comfortable mattress. I think it may be memory foam. I'm not sure, but it's really comfortable. Next to each on the nightstands, the bedside units, you've got power sockets, you've got USB, so you've got no shortage of power. You've got lights with individual reading lights on each side, so that whoever you are in the room, you're always going to have a light and a power socket, which is really good. If we turn this way, you can see we've got a luggage rack just here, a nice large TV on the wall. Unfortunately, there isn't a huge amount of selection for channels on the TV. A couple of bottles of water just here and some glasses. Now the tray here for the tea and coffee I've put on here because I've been using it to make my coffee in the morning. I've got a few milks here and some Bewley's biscuits there, which is a local Irish brand. You don't get any spoons. What you do get is you get coffee stirrers instead, little wooden sticks. Now this tray itself was actually underneath here. And I just basically have put it up. As you can see, there's a fan that was over in the wardrobe space. We've got a rather nice angle poise type desk lamp, and we've got a nice large mirror here and a rather comfy looking chair here. Just in this section here, we've got a table and a chair. Quite a comfy chair. You do kind of sink into it, but you have actually got room where you could have had an extra chair. So I'm not quite too sure why there's only one, but you could have had an extra chair. And there's a power socket down there as well. If we look down here, as I say, we've got power sockets next to the bed, but I've also got a double socket there as well. So you're not short on power sockets. Another quick look back at the room. Now this, I booked a classic room, but when I signed my registration form, it looked like it may have been abbreviated, but something like DLX or SPR. It looked like it was being upgraded to a superior or the next level of room. So I'm not actually 100% sure what class of room I've got here. But all in all, it is a very nice and very comfortable room. Little look out of the window here. Unfortunately, the windows are a bit mucky, so you can't see through them. This here is Ormonde Street. You can come down and directly opposite there's a car park which you can go into, and there's also a leisure centre. That looks like a public car park there as well, and flats. Just basically just across, sort of like beyond these trees, beyond here is actually the city centre. This is the bathroom. It's a fairly standard bathroom, toilet, basin. I've got a nice big mirror there. The bottom section round about there is a demist, so after you've had a shower and all the steam, it does actually demist, so you can see yourself. They put me some extra hand cloths, face cloths here. I don't quite know why they put the extras in, but the bar of soap included as well. That's mine, obviously. And we've got hand wash here and moisturiser here. And if we look around, some toilet rolls, a couple of shower caps there and an extra soap. We have got a screen over the bath. The shower's quite a good pressure. It's very nice and warm. Plenty of towels here. They have actually replaced all the towels that I have used. If we look down, you can see there are a few little marks over the year. You've got shampoo and shower gel here. This hotel is about 25 years old, I think. So that probably might account for some of these little marks here. You've also got evidence of a little bit of wear and tear here. But, you know, for a 25-year-old building, I don't think that's too bad. It's still up to quite a high standard. As I say, the hotel is bang smack in the city centre. Although there's a restaurant here, it's a little bit more overpriced than some of the previous hotels I've stayed in, probably about in the region of about, on average, 20% more expensive. But you're kind of spoilt for choice with places to go. You've got bars and restaurants that are part of hotels or that are on their own. So it's worth just having a little bit of a wander, and you don't have to go very far to find a load of different places where you can get something to eat. I ate here the other night when I arrived because it was getting a bit late, and the meal that I had was very nice, but it was about 20% more expensive than I paid in previous hotels. It was about $23.50. There is a leisure centre and pool. It's not in the same building. It's literally just over the road. Also just over the road is the Ormonde Street car park. Now, to stay overnight in that car park is €15.50 per night, but there's a deal with the hotel. It's only €8. So that's actually not bad. That's a good saving. So if you do have a car and you want to be in and out of the area and exploring what's around the area, the deal across at the car park is certainly worth it. The hotel as a whole, as I say, is about 25 years old, roughly. And bit of a news flash, the first time I came to Kilkenny was 11 years ago, and I stayed right here. And that's one of the reasons why I booked to come back. That said, if you saw my video on the Hibernian Hotel, which is just around the corner, I did actually say I'd stayed in this hotel before. So for some of you, that's not exactly a spoiler alert. So that answers one of our two questions as to would I stay here again and what score am I going to give the hotel, because I've already answered that question for you. So now we're at the point to decide, now I've said I'm going to stay here again, what score out of 5 would I give this, 1 being the worst and 5 being the best. As I say, I'm not 100% sure what standard of room I've got here, but all in all, it's very nice. And I think even if I had the classic room, it still would have been very nice. Everybody is very friendly. It's a very nice little city. It's a nice place to be, and it's certainly super comfortable. Overall, I'm going to give this hotel a 4. It's got a lot going for it, and I rather like it. And it's also useful to have that little bit of a deal on the parking as well if you're in the city. So this is the Ormonde Hotel in the beautiful medieval city of Kilkenny. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this review. Please like and subscribe, and if you've got any comments, welcome those too. Anyway, until the next time, look forward to seeing you again right here on Craig's Life. Bye!